Welcome back to the data corridor, where the main gateway is trembling under the constant flickering of red emergency LED strips. A firewall energy shield suddenly cracks wide open, creating a gap for brownish-gray, jagged junk virus blocks to start pouring in like a slow-motion avalanche. They stack on top of each other to form a towering skyscraper, blocking the main path with a surface covered in dusty fibers and microscopic electronic scraps. It looks absolutely filthy. The emergency speakers emit a distorted screeching alarm as red warning lights sweep across the lush green PCB floor. Miss Smart appears with her tablet in hand, confirming that the malware has completely locked down the data gateway. Captain Moon hovers down, landing heroically, and orders the squad to re-establish the firewall immediately. Giant moves forward to ram the junk tower, but is bounced back by a pulse of red energy because the security code has been hijacked. Wisdom the spider inspects the circuitry at the foot of the tower and discovers short-circuiting wires. Someone needs to cross to the other side of the narrow gap to re-enter the unlock code. The lens moves into an incredibly small, dusty crevice between the virus tower and the computer case wall. Wise the monkey looks at the gap, then at his own belly, and shakes his head in refusal. He simply won't fit. All eyes turn toward Genius, who is still nodding his head to the beat of his music. Realizing the situation, Genius presses a button on his chest, materializing a neon hoverboard, slides his goggles on, and gives the signal that he's ready. Moon affirms that Genius is their only hope, while Bite Dog runs over to give him an LED headlamp to light the way. Wise tosses a data cable to act as a guide rail, and Genius takes off, leaving a brilliant neon blue streak behind him amidst the cheers of the squad. Genius officially enters the dark junk maze, maneuvering skillfully through carbon dust particles floating in the air. He skates along a 45-degree tilted metal wall as chunks of virus debris fall from above like hailstones. Genius performs a spectacular kickflip over a broken capacitor, the hoverboard creating beautiful digital sparks as it grinds against the board. A tiny virus bug tries to attack the board, but is blasted away by a sonic wave from Genius's virtual keys. He switches on his headlamp to pierce the darkness, zigzagging through a forest of transistor pins that stand like iron spikes. Outside, Smart and Moon use mini vacuums to block more junk from flowing in, while Giant uses his scoop to hold the tower steady so it doesn't collapse onto the gap. Bite Dog barks through the radio to encourage him, helping Genius gain the confidence to accelerate and perform a long grind along a copper wire. A massive block of trash suddenly falls, but Genius backflips and rides upside down on the ceiling of the case, defying gravity. Smart tracks Genius's blue dot on the radar, sighing in relief as he bypasses the obstacle. Genius lands safely behind the tower, facing the firewall core covered in dusty cobwebs. He pulls out a virtual keyboard, his tiny fingers dancing to create upbeat EDM beats. The screen shows the reboot progress at 20%, causing the junk tower to shake violently as it senses the threat. A swarm of tiny viruses attacks, but Genius spins his board around the core, typing code with one hand like a pro. The numbers jump to 40, then 60%, as the firewall lights shift from red to orange. Outside, Giant yells for him to hurry because the tower is getting too heavy, with debris falling all over his head. The music reaches an intense crescendo as the process hits 80 and 90%, making the entire circuit board glow blue. A giant virus lunges to grab Genius, but Bite Dog manages to squeeze through a small hole and bites its leg to distract it. Taking the opportunity, Genius hits the final enter key, creating a massive blue energy wave that re-erects the firewall and blasts back all enemies. The "Access Granted" notification thunders through the system. The junk virus tower loses its malware connection, immediately turning into ordinary trash and collapsing to the floor. Giant backs away just in time to avoid the wreckage, while Genius and Bite Dog jump onto the hoverboard and zoom out safely just as the energy gates seal shut. The team rushes to hug the two heroes, and Wise jumps around praising his friend's elite skating skills. Moon reminds them that the mission is only half done and orders a full cleanup of the battlefield. Giant lowers his scoop to start shoveling the largest chunks of trash. Wise uses his tail to sweep smaller debris into a pile, and Smart uses a nano-disinfectant spray to make the trash shrink and vanish. Genius skates in circles using his neon trail to gather fine dust, while Wisdom the Spider uses his mini vacuum legs to clean every single transistor pin. A satisfying shot shows the blackened board gradually becoming vibrant green and mirror shiny. Bite Dog carries a microfiber towel, following Smart to polish the surface, while Moon uses his starlight baton to shine a spotlight into the dark corners. Wise performs an acrobat feat, using his tail to flick a stubborn piece of junk out of a RAM slot so Giant can vacuum it into his belly storage. The team coordinates perfectly, like an automated assembly line over relaxing lo-fi music. The chips emerge sparkling, reflecting the team's faces, and Smart checks her reflection, giving a humorous thumbs up to confirm it's 100% clean. All the trash is compressed into a gray block and tossed into the computer's waste bin by Giant. The cooling fans begin to spin evenly, blowing a fresh breeze, and the RGB strips light up in a rainbow sequence to celebrate the victory. The tiny capacitor residents crawl out to dance, giving Wise a small hat that he proudly poses in for Smart. Genius performs one final artistic hoverboard trick on the clean floor before the whole squad joins in a cute victory dance. Moon plants his starlight baton to secure the area as warm golden light fills the entire case in a shimmering display. Now it's time for the squad to gather in a horizontal line for the camera with their brightest smiles. Moon steps forward, removes his pilot helmet to bow to the audience, and announces that the system is smooth again. Smart reminds everyone to regularly scan for viruses and clean their computers, while Genius spins his board, asking for a like if you enjoyed his code skating. Wise sits on Giant's shoulder, inviting everyone to subscribe to see what they'll tackle next, and Giant laughs loudly, declaring that nothing is too dirty for the Toy Squad. Bite Dog runs up and stomps his paw on a bright red subscribe button on the screen, triggering a booming ting and a rain of pixel confetti. Wisdom the Spider skillfully spins silk to hang a golden bell next to the button to remind everyone to turn on notifications. The whole team waves goodbye enthusiastically, and Wise blows a neon heart-shaped kiss that floats away. Outro music plays as two recommended video frames slide into the sides of the screen. Genius performs a final flip and skates off into the distance toward the base, followed by Smart and Moon waving as they retreat into the shadows. Bite Dog runs back to lick the camera lens, creating a cute, blurry effect before the thank you text appears sparkling. The channel logo appears in the center, and the screen fades to black in a deeply satisfying conclusion. The Firewall rescue mission was a total success. The end.